if they are famous, but Jesus is being remembered for his death.
Why does Jesus' death on the cross matters today?
According to Galatians chapter 2, verse 27, the Son of God loved me and gave himself for me. That's why Jesus died, because he loves you.
If Jesus died for us, what does it mean? Why did he have to die? What was the problem? But there is absolutely amazing, and it's God created us. That means that you're not an accident. So everyone has the capacity to love and share goodness and creativity.
So what are the consequences of sin? The first is pollution. It is about polluting a life. And second, sin is powerful and it can destroy your life. Jesus said, everyone who sins is a slave to sin.
Jesus said, from within, out of the heart of man proceed evil thoughts, wickedness, deceit, and evil eye, pride, and foolishness. Sin is a powerful slave, trader, and driver. It conquers the mighty and even the wise. It conquers both rich and poor. Sin is connected with sufferings, and the connection is real, intimate, and inevitable. People commit sin under the delusion that they can do so with impunity. Sin causes partition. Sin can ruin a family and cause partitions to both husband and wife.
For me, sin is something na unappealing or yung mga bagay na ginagawa natin na sa tingin natin mali.
I see sin in this world not just an offense to God but also to yourself. Syempre, nakakapag-harm ka ng ibang people by doing wrong things to them na nagiging sin.
Siguro yung war and terrorism kasi yun yung
Why
best
did
example.
Jesus have to suffer for the sins of other people? It never seems fair when someone has to suffer for what others have done wrong. Those who suffer because of the sins of others do not usually choose their fate, but Jesus did. He did not want to face pain and agony, but he chose obedience to his Father over his own desires. Jesus knew that the only way for humankind to be saved was for him to give his life for them. Why would God ask his own Son to suffer such a horrible death? It was because only the perfect Son of God could pay the price of the sins of the world. From the beginning, Satan wanted to ruin mankind, the highest and best of God's creation. So he entered the serpent and tempted Eve to disobey God. Then she convinced her husband to join her. At that moment, Adam and all his children through the ages became slaves to sin and were condemned to separation from God. But God promised to settle that, and God told the serpent, I will put enmity between you and that woman, and between your offspring and hers. He will crush your head, and you will strike his heel. No longer would people be powerless against sin and the devil's schemes. No longer would they have to be separated from God. As a physical reminder of that, at the moment when Jesus died on the cross, an earthquake shook Jerusalem. The way is open for you now. If you will ask Jesus into your heart, give him all that you are, both the good and the bad, and ask him to help you live for him. Believe in him, and you will be saved. When Jesus hung on that cross dying, he suffered for his sins, not because he had to, but because he wanted to. Greater love has no one than this, that he laid down his life for his loves. John chapter 15, verse 13.
Forgiveness means letting go of grudges and bitterness natin sa life. Forgiveness brings peace hindi lang sa ibang tao na nakaharm sa atin but also for ourselves.
Forgiveness for me is a sign of maturity because you will learn how to understand people and their feelings, and it's also a sign of you putting yourself in others people's shoes. Tsaka, it's also necessary for one's growth. Kaya yun. That's forgiveness.
For me, as a grade 11 student in grade in School of Science, I think the forgiveness is a chance for a new beginning, a fresh start, a new story. But sometimes it is the hardest thing to do, considering that they did something to you that needs forgiveness.
The cross shows that God loved the world, and it shows that He have done something about the problem of sin, and God came to earth through the body of Jesus and do it personally.
Jesus' death on the cross is probably the solution to sin. And in other words, Jesus is wounded and we are healed and accept the consequences. And God substituted Himself to you.